A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I'm Krishan Devasagayam and let's start off with a look at this afternoon's headlines.
CCTV footage to be analysed in the investigations into the shooting of the CEO of the Saitam Private University. Former Minister Vimal Veeravansa further remanded. Swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu postponed until the verdict into the fraud and corruption case is delivered.
And in your lead story this afternoon, government ministers point out that those responsible for the shooting of the CEO of the Saitam Private University, Dr. Samira Senaratne, be revealed and apprehended soon.
First, I really condemn the Saitam, what happened to the Saitam CEO. So this is the unidentified gunmen trying to kill the Saitam CEO. I think these things have happened nearly few years ago in our country. This identified gunman has killed nearly a lot of people. VIP people, even politicians, even ministers, even MPs, and even some VIPs in this country. I think that culture has gone long period away from us. Now again, from this incident, I think the unidentified gunman has trying to implement their rules and their conditions, and they are trying to control the country. I think we can't allow this one, because this is threatening for even president's life, even prime minister's life, even ministers, MPs, everybody's life, VIP's life in this country. So I think government has a responsibility to immediately take action against who is this unidentified gunmen and who is these people. Is there anybody behind these type of activities? So we have to bring them to the front of the law and order. So I really condemn and I ask government to take immediate action against this incident.
We cannot disregard this incident as a minor act. As the government, we are very concerned about this incident and we consider this very seriously. We need to find out who is behind this and who carried out this act. The government and the president will focus on the future threats that may arise and take impartial steps accordingly. We will definitely look into the fact whether someone was conspiratorially involved in conducting this act. Such kind of incidents can be regarded as possible threats posed against the head of state, the president, and other leaders as well. Therefore, we will work as a government.
Police said that two unidentified gunmen who had arrived on a motorbike had opened fire on the car of Dr. Samira Senaratne at around 9 last night, and he was travelling down Chandrika Kumaratunga Mavatham, Malabe. Police said that they would analyse CCTV footage when carrying out the investigations. Dr. Samira Senaratne was shot at while he was travelling home after finishing his official duties at Saitam Private University. While the vehicle the doctor was travelling in was severely damaged, the doctor escaped unhurt. While I was going home after work, two people who came on a motorbike from the opposite side shot me. I couldn't even think what to do when they started to shoot at me. The bike came towards the side of the driver's seat and started to shoot again. I suddenly bent my head down. I can't even begin to think what happened. Even before this, I have been receiving death threats via anonymous phone calls since our court case ended on the 31st and 1st. In the calls, it was said that if I do not leave Saitam Institute, my life will be in danger. Threatening letters were sent to my home as well as to Saitam.
Deputy Minister of Public Enterprise Development, Iran Vikramaratne, expressed his views on the current situation on the move to transform Sri Lankan Airlines into a public-private enterprise.
8 companies expressed interest, 3 companies gave proposals, and now there's a recommendation for us to have discussions with one of the companies. The company that has been recommended is internationally known private equity firm. They have experience in investing in the airlines, and therefore we will have discussions with them. But also, it gives us the liberty to talk to other international airlines, because we want to basically have a longer term partnership if that's possible. That's where we are. It's an open and transparent process. We may have one party, or we may have more than one party in actually looking at restructuring Sri Lankan Airlines. We are open. We have no closed agenda on this. We want to do what's best for the airline. We want to do what's best for the citizen and the consumer in the country.
In a headline-making story this afternoon, parliamentarian Vimal Weerawansa was further remanded over the case pertaining to the misuse of state vehicles until the 20th of this month. The order was issued when Vimal Weerawansa was produced before Fort Magistrate Lanka Jayaratna this morning. The second suspect in the case, former deputy manager of the State Engineering Corporation, Samantha Lokuhandige, was also placed in remand custody until the 20th of this month. The magistrate informed the court that the decision pertaining to his bail grant request will be issued when the case is taken up before court on the 20th. The Intercompany Employees Union convened a media briefing at the Colombo Public Library last evening.
සේවක අර්ථසාධක අරමුදල කොල්ලකෑම පිළිබඳ අපි මේ සාකච්ඡාව ගේනකොට බැඳුම් කර වංචාව පිළිබඳ සාකච්ඡාව රටේ තිබුණානේ.
When we brought in the topics of robbery at the Employment Provident Fund and the central bank bond scam, these topics were already in discussion in the country. But how did these topics arise? It was Arjun Mahendran, a Singaporean citizen and a good friend of Ranil Wickremesinghe, who left that country and came to Sri Lanka to take over as the governor of the central bank. There was a story that he received a salary of 5 million. That is a complete lie. A person who receives a salary of that magnitude should have a certain amount of intelligence and responsibility. However, when such a man took over the position as the head of the only central bank of the country, he behaved like someone who only received a salary of 5,000 rupees.
බැංකුවේ තනතුරට පත් වුණාට පස්සේ හැසිරෙලා තියෙන්නේ රුපියල් 5000ක පඩිගත්ත මිනිහෙක් වගේ.
Meanwhile, speaking at an event held in Mathura, State Minister of Finance Lakshmanayapa Abeyewardena expressed the following views.
This country will not be able to rectify the fraud that occurred at the central bank for many years. This company, which was initiated in 2014 for just 400 million, was able to generate a profit of 11 billion by 2016. Is this a small amount? No company in the world has been able to generate profits of such magnitudes. Therefore, this profit is the result of a large fraud. That is why Presidential Commission was appointed. Many people said many things regarding this commission. However, there is one thing that they should understand. If a special commission is appointed, the investigations need to be handed over back to the police. But if only a commission is appointed, there is no need to hand over the investigations back to the police. When the verdict of the commission is forwarded to the Attorney General, legal action can be filed.
In more local news, the Ministry of Health says that information on the chief medical officer and another doctor attached to the Valikada Prisons Hospital have been sent to the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption. This was after a complaint was lodged by parliamentarian Hirunika Premachandra to the Commission. The Health Ministry has said that formal investigations into the doctors is underway. The Ministry further noted that the request to provide transfers to doctors who have been serving at prison hospitals for a prolonged period of time will also be taken into consideration, adding that initial steps for this process are already underway.